Hi everyone, here again with another video. This again is a kind of a junk journal traveler's notebook insert. I don't think it's going to be insert, it's just going to be used the way it is. All kinds of ideas going on here. Some that I kind of did as I was going, and some I kind of had to do, and I'll explain that. Just before coming on camera, I had a little episode here. I was like, why is there glue on this piece of binding or silk ribbon? I was like, what is happening? Well, I came across this. So, I got the idea for using this from Nick the Booksmith, and it's some sticky stuff. But yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? I don't know if this happens to you guys, but I don't know. My Lucy is showing. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, okay, welcome back. Reining it in here. Okay, here we go. Well, I created the book, parts and pieces here and there. I kind of do things randomly. I don't know if the rest of you do. I tend to do that. I have no idea. It's just the way my brain works. I might even start creating something such as this little bag that I've started creating. I don't even have a book started, but here I go. Okay, something idea hits me and I start doing something, and so pocket here, pocket there. There you go. Maybe you'll see that some other time. I don't know. Back to this book. So I was having a problem. I didn't feel that the binding part right here was going to be strong enough, so I added these pieces of binding, and then again I saw paper was coming apart at these bottoms, so I added these pieces. There you go. I mean, I don't know how to avoid that. But moving on, here is a magnetic piece, and I've learned from Jabid that she uses tiny little magnets, which I'm gonna have to find those. I learned how to do this from what is her name? Okay, it'll come back to me, sorry. I love doing it. It's the first time I've ever tried it, so put a little quote. It, you know, it's fun. It's something to try out. This right here is a little sales tag, like the price, and a friend of mine gave me a ton of vintage ones. Like, these aren't from, you know, the store. These, she bought a whole box, and I was like, what? So crazy. Lovely. Love it. So we have plenty to use if we continue using those in our books. So here, this was a tag, a large tag that I folded over. I had stitched it and, you know, did some stamping and created a little pocket. And this is one of those filing card name address holder pieces, and I've stamped all over it, copy stained it. I really like this a lot. This book is kind of nature themed, so it was fun. Added some pieces in here. I won't go through all of them. This piece is a fold up. It has this, I think you called that binding. I don't know. I have stuff from so long ago when I used to sew and make dolls and, you know, like late 80s, early 90s. I don't know. Anyway, get a load of this. My sewing machine was not happy about sewing paper. So yeah, there's a mess for you. But I'm going to send it in this anyway. Like I said, my cousin, she'll love it anyway, because it's me, it's from me. Here is some vintage paper that I got at some flea market find, and this little fold up here was supposed to go this way, and then I realized it won't fit that way, so I didn't want to cut that off. I really liked it. It looked like it was coffee staining and so on, so I put it this way, and I added some old paper that I had, And then I just made a little tuck spot and put a little tag in there. And then I'll clip it with one of those Tim Holtz tiny paper clips. This was an envelope, of course. Heavy coffee stain paper, probably was in a rush, a little late, I don't know. But this stamp right here I think is awesome. I'll show it to you. Right here, it's Beeline Designs. I got this from a craft scrapbook store called Artsy here in northern Colorado. So perfect, love them. And this little guy, a friend of mine, again, she found a box of these that were going to be thrown away, and she brought them to me, and she was like, "Can you use these?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, sure." So I think they were used for testing. We don't really know, but we have a whole box of them, so we're going to use them. They're kind of like the time cards. Here I added a bead. The other side of that other envelope had a scrap piece of paper I put there with the Michaels wooden cutouts, some vintage tickets, and I folded the corner up. I was just trying to have fun, just trying to do some different things. So this is what happened, what came out. This piece, I've purchased it, probably Michaels, and I just made a little tuck here. I just stitched around this. It's probably Tim Holtz. And then I picked up these cards from Hobby Lobby. They're like blank slate, I believe. And I placed it on this envelope. And then you have a tuck spot in here. I didn't make a belly band for this piece. I don't know why. It just happened that way. The note stamp. This, it's one of my favorites. And Michelle from the Paper Addiction is like crazy creative with the envelopes. Like, she's incredible. Another incredible artisan. So taking that idea, this is what I came up with. I tea-dyed and recycled an envelope. It had a very large window, put some paper behind it, stitched it, added some like quote, oh that's it, rip it up, flower, and then flip it up, you have some writing space, and in here, of course, tuck spot, some paper, and some tags here that I typed that little bundle of envelopes on. It's really cute. And tuck that back in. Another one here, writing space. It's a perfect little bundle. And then, you know, tucking back here. I love it. It's so much fun. Sorry for... this one, this is like a paint chip swatch kind of paper. You know, Lowe's, Home Depot, those type of places. Some of them have very large, some of them have, you know, multiple squares, but I did that. Just a little tuck spot. You have one here, and you have one right here. And I added this tag, this little chalkboard tag. I have some other ideas for these, so I just let it hang there. I thought it was fun, something fun. Some more stamping. This is one of those envelopes everybody makes. I don't know who the first person was to come up with the idea, but there you go. This inner page from tying off the book, I did some stamping and I just created a little pocket. I don't know if you could see that. It's supposed to look like a pocket. Look like. Some vocab cards that I got from Practice Makes Pretty, and I just stamped my little, I put a tag on this string and just tuck it in there. I thought it was fun. Exploration, I guess. Here's another pocket, some fabric, Amity Bloom and Tiffy butter, and a lot of people are doing a lot of layering techniques, and so I made an envelope here. I just copied an envelope, made my own, and then this little piece, did some layering a little bit. I copy stained my envelope closed. And this was like my first attempt at sewing, stitching, and woo, what a hot mess that is. I'll just leave it in there. My cousin will get a kick out of it. My sewing machine was, again, not happy. But I think we're kind of coming to terms. Here's a little pocket, besides the pocket on the envelope that I baked shut, essentially. Here I have, it's a glassine bag that, look how it goes down like this far. It is a vintage glassine bag that I got at a flea marketplace, so I folded it up. I've seen people do it with the smaller ones, so I was like, whoa, okay, let's do that. So folded it up. I might add a flower here. I feel like there's something missing here. Made a little tuck spot. I created this tag. A little bit better stitching. Still having trouble there. And then stamped, and then you can use this extra area for tucking. And then paper, little stamping, little another envelope. This is a belly band, so, right? All good stuff there. The other side of that paper bag, little paper that I folded up, put the guest check. Love the copper arrow. I don't know if I can find these anymore. I got them at Joann's, like on clearance or something. So cute. Then the other side of that answer sheet paper, whatever, I don't know what you call it. This was a funny haha envelope, or a card that fit into an envelope. Well, the envelope ended up ripping off. So I just left the other side and used it as a tuck spot, added some paper and some decoration. And this, I don't like why that keeps happening. I'm going to have to glue it or something. This was a tag off of something that I purchased. Couldn't tell you what that is, but I decided to use it in the book as a tab. I've seen Beth Wallen do some stuff like that, which I really appreciate her sharing, and so I did that. Used it up, a little recycling, upcycling, whatever. Time card tuck area. It was fun. So I think there's another tuck spot. I think my family will appreciate it. Ooh, some glue from my little spill. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope to add more. I do have an Etsy shop where I might make some journals. I don't know how often. I'm very, very busy. I have a full-time job and a semi-part-time job, so I don't have all day to create like most of us. And so I will do what I can when I can. And if I can add this to my shop and make it cohesive, because I do make and sell jewelry as well, which I've kind of neglected. Hopefully I'll be able to put, you know, stuff like this in and make it a cohesive shop. I love making them. I'm addicted, and I'm addicted to collecting all kinds of ephemera and papers and so on and so forth, which I'm sure you guys are very familiar with. So thank you everyone who shared their wonderful ideas, their charming personalities. I've enjoyed every minute of watching you guys, and I will list as many people as I can that I have followed and watched, and just thank you so much, and I hope to see you here again. Okay, goodbye.